Mental health matters. At least that's what they tell you. It matters until they can't romanticize it. It matters until the person isn't an anxious archetype they always think about. Yeah, it mattered until it was my turn to deal with it. When I was a kid, I was always that guy to be left out. I was the one who never fit in, the one who was never invited to anybody's house. Just because I had different opinions or different looks and interests. Yeah, that happened. And people also called me ugly for some reason back then. They really, really, really liked to insult me all day. At some point, I stopped caring and assumed they just hate me. Yeah, to be fair, it wasn't nice waking up every single day, preparing to go to school, knowing damn well everybody's gonna gang up on me again. And when they called me ugly and they saw that it didn't work, they started making jokes about other stuff as well. Jokes about my family, jokes about my situation, homophobic jokes, racist jokes, all of the sort. I'm not gonna get into detail. And they also loved to call me slurs. Yay. I could say my mental health has been going downhill since I was a kid, but mostly the 7th grade and ninth grade were the big major factors. In 7th grade, I finally lost my best friend, my childhood best friend, who I've been knowing for 10 years at that point. It might not seem that serious, but she really was the only person in my life that I could trust. Well, my story with her includes a lot of manipulation and jealousy and all of the sorts, but I don't want to talk about that. So, what do you think happens when a kid experiences exclusion and homophobia and family issues and all of that? What do you think is gonna happen? Well, fast forward to ninth grade, my first ever high school year, which I was really excited for because I finally was able to get out of that hellhole of a school that I absolutely fucking hate with my entire life. Since I didn't have an apartment and the art high school is like 60 kilometers away from my home where I live, I had to live with the godmother of my parents, which is like a almost 80-year-old woman or something. When I tell you that this motherfucker was a pain in my ass, she will constantly come into my room whenever I was talking to someone on the phone and always ask me, who are you talking to? And like, if I told them that it was one of my friends, she would unironically start rambling about some random bullshit nobody cared about and took the conversation away from me. Or if I was talking to my parents, she would unironically talk to my parents and not let me say a single word all of the time. She also refused to use my real name, commented on my body type, and much more. I was in a really bad mental state at some point. So I don't know what was into my head, but I called the ambulance. I told them that I think I had a panic attack, and they came and picked me up from the godmother's house. Bro, these doctors were so rude to me for no reason. The moment I arrived, everyone like started staying around me, and instead of trying to like calm me down and comfort me, all of the stuff, instead of doing that, they asked me in this like bored tone, yeah, and what's your problem? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for having a panic attack and not knowing what the fuck to do, but you don't have to use that tone on me like, "Ugh, what do you want?" I don't know, man, I want help. I want help! That's why I called the ambulance in the first place. Why do you think I called you? Like, I couldn't stop crying at the moment, and that's all you do. Instead of, like, I don't know, talking nicely to me, or helping me, or anything. Oh my god! Yeah, so through sobs, I had to give my personal information to the hospital so they could check me in. Yeah, they forced me to stay overnight even though I didn't want to. And in the morning, they also forced me to go to the therapist that works in the hospital. That woman, I can't even make a single comment about that woman. No, 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 no. Horrible. Horrible. She just asks me these generic questions that you see everywhere and unfiltered as well. She just straight up asked me, do you cut yourself? No. No, no, not really. Uh huh. Do you want to kill yourself? No. Yeah, so after checking me and all of that, apparently it turns out I had chronic depression and anxiety disorder. Cool. I was put on several medication and also I was forced to have multiple therapy sessions. Thankfully not with that lady. I hate that lady so much. Oh my god. Great. So every Tuesday for like a few months I went to therapy. And to be fair, my therapist wasn't that bad. I could actually hold a conversation with her, which I'm really grateful for. Of course, I couldn't tell her a lot of the stuff that I've done in my childhood. I just really couldn't get myself to tell her what I've done. I was too scared to admit. I almost got diagnosed with NPD as well, but surprisingly and thankfully I did not. Which, again, yay! So currently, I'm still taking medication, but I'm not going to therapy anymore. And I can say that my mood has improved a lot. My life in general, I'm doing way better than before. And now I can finally do the things that I wanted to do before. Yeah, there are more layers to me rather than just a depressive little person that only cries and that I've been an aggressive individual for most of my life. And to be fair, I know it's wrong. I just can't change myself that much. Of course, I don't do the stuff that I used to do, but yet I'm not like the regular person you're gonna meet on the street, I guess. But it's okay because now I have people that actually care about me, and I'm really grateful for that. Every single person that I've met and I'm still friends with helped me go through almost everything. So, if you're struggling as well with different sorts of stuff, you know, um, do not be afraid to ask for help. Even though it doesn't seem like it, someone out there should be able to understand you. Thank you for watching my bullshit, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.